Hello everyone, this is Andy from Retro Asylum, and today I'll be reviewing Prince of the Yolkfolk HD on the iPhone. Now, Dizzy is also out on the iPad and on the Android. Now, Prince of the Yolkfolk was one of the most popular Dizzy games. It wasn't the longest Dizzy game, but it was one of the shortest and most fun games, actually. I found it really easy to get into, so I think this is a perfect choice of game that they've chosen. Now, Dizzy has been away for absolutely ages, and he really was an 8-bit icon on the computers. He first started out on the ZX Spectrum, where he was created by the Oliver twins, and he had such success that he ended up getting Treasure Island Dizzy, Fantasy World Dizzy, and loads of other adventure games, including Prince of the Yolkfolk. He also did have like some arcade games, like Fast Food, Quick Snacks, Bubble Dizzy. And the best thing is, Dizzy transcended not just from the home computers to the 16-bit computers, to the PC, to the 8-bit Nintendo, to the Sega Mega Drive, and he basically just appeared on even the handhelds, like the Game Gear, I should say. Alright, so let's start this. I think I paid $1.69 for this. I've turned off the volume for this, so that way you can hear me talking. Now, as you can see, there's Dizzy there. He's wiggling his little hands there. Have a little close look. Nice little looking sprite. Now, the first thing you'll notice about the graphics, they look very similar to the way they do on the Amiga, actually. Let me see. Dizzy is controlled by these little arrows there. That's what he's controlled for. So what's the first thing I want to do? I want to collect a star, so I press that little button there. And basically tells you there you've got 60 seconds. It puts some time there. So you get like a score. Now, the first thing I'll quickly tell you about this, guys, is Dizzy has no lives. Dizzy can't die in this game now. Which I remember when I interviewed the Oliver twins, it was something that they mentioned. Pick that up, yep. That they wanted to get rid of lives, basically, because, you know, what was the point of having lives? And at the time, I couldn't quite see, the Oliver twins' point of view in this, but if anything, I've found that this has made the game a lot easier. Now, sorry if my hand's getting in the way there. I'm going to collect a few little objects there, touch that, collected a match, walk along, I'm going to collect a leaf, press that. Now, Dizzy can jump up and down. Let's show you this. Yay! Dizzy was famous for somersaulting. Now, if you look at Dizzy there, he's still got his trademark wiggle. He doesn't wiggle as much or bounce as much as he did on the ZX Spectrum. But, you know, during the podcast I recorded with the Oliver twins, I actually found out that he did that because on the ZX Spectrum there was attribute clash. If Dizzy walked behind a certain object, he would, you know, mix in with the colour, because the Spectrum was known for colour clash. So that way they thought, if they keep him moving, you'd always know where he is. Alright, so let's do that then. Let's sort out the first puzzle. The first puzzle I need to put down is... Alright, so if I put the leaves down, now the next thing I want to put down is match. So as you can see, the match is burning the door that was in the way. So what I need to do now is put out that. And you get things there as well, little achievements sort of thing. I forgot what it's called, Open Feint. Yeah, so you get things from Open Feint, so you can tell people what you've been up to. It's pretty good. Now, the cherries in this aren't for energy. The cherries in this are basically for a pie that you have to try and do. Now, I'm not going to play this for too much longer. All I literally want to say is that, you know, I'm glad this game is actually finally out. It's a great little game. It's great to have Dizzy back, and look at that, memorable. Now, if you have played the Dizzy games, guys, I'll tell you what, you won't be disappointed. A few things, like I said before, the graphics, they look very similar to the Amiga. Obviously, they're a lot more colourful. They're in HD. It's nice to see Dizzy back. The game has got music. I have turned off the music so you can hear me talking. The elements. Now you haven't got lives, so you can die as much as you like, you can learn from your mistakes, and it takes that whole frustration level, which really did annoy me about Dizzy. I mean, back in the day, I used to love it. Nowadays, I haven't got the patience, and I completely agree with what the Oliver twins said in the podcast. It makes it so much easier. Why have lives? So, I do think this game stands up. A lot of people are going to be slightly disappointed that, it hasn't got the ZX Spectrum version included or the change style of graphics, but I tell you what, guys, it's an excellent game, and I can't wait for the next game in the series. You can't go wrong. It's 169, I believe. So big thanks to the Oliver twins, big thanks to Codemasters for doing this, and guys, get this game ASAP. If you're a Dizzy fan, if a retro fan, you need to get it, because I absolutely love this. Cheers guys, see you next time, goodbye.